Britain and Ireland. It's time to take part in the ultimate cooking competition. Turning up the heat. 2 expert judges. Professional chef and baking queen, Lorraine Pascal.
Don't let the smile fool you. I'll say it how it is.
And international Michelin-starred chef, Jason Afton.
I take my food really seriously, and I'm looking for those home cooks who also share that same passion.
And desperate to impress, 12 enthusiastic amateurs.
Oh my God!
Cooking in couples.
We are best friends, we live together, we work together, we cook together.
We're neighbours.
He's my hairdresser.
It's region against region.
Welcome to Scotland!
Listen, we're Team Wales, right? We are the best.
Oh, for crying out loud.
First, they'll host supersized dinner parties.
They're not crispy. They come in some sort of nightmare.
To wow the judges.
To me, the dish is a disappointment.
And their rivals.
I wish I hadn't eaten it, actually.
Philip's got a game plan.
You see it in his eyes.
Before being pushed to their limits.
Your kitchens are parked behind you.
Cooking for crowds.
Never cooked this amount of people before. It's insane.
And ultimately, they'll fight for survival in cook-offs against the clock.
If you fail to deliver, you go to sudden death.
Faster, mate, faster, faster, faster.
No.
Partnerships will be pushed to breaking point
Just cut.
Hideous.
as the teams battle it out for a prize of £25,000.
These guys may be home cooks now, but by the end of this competition, I'm expecting restaurant quality dishes.
And to be crowned the champions of My Kitchen Rules.
The competition is on.
Previously on My Kitchen Rules. Team Wales, Emma and Philip,
They should all be given to the judges because they're all amazing.
hosted a fairy tale evening
This is restaurant quality food. It's what we're looking for.
That was fantastic.
that saw them take the lead.
Oh my God!
We're numero uno.
Currently lying in last place after their fusion fiasco,
I really struggled to get my knife into it.
Team Midlands, Duncan and Stuart.
It was all over the shop.
At the end of the instant restaurant round, the team with the lowest score will be eliminated.
Fearing the worst and that we are going to be the first ones out of the competition, and that would really, really upset me.
But there's one more team still to cook. The final instant restaurant is on the east coast of Scotland.
Cocktails, cocktails. A few wild nights round this sweet Hawaiian number.
Best friends Catriona and Delana have chosen a spectacular setting for their supper.
We want it to be really fantastic because this is the first impression, isn't it?
I think it'll look brilliant.
Yeah, it's fab. The food, obviously, is the next important thing.
If we were to get knocked out of this competition by Duncan and Stuart's fusion confusion, we would be very confused.
We really need to do our best here.
We're not really fancy cooks, but we could pull it off by serving really good, tasty Scottish food.
I moved next door to Catriona 7 years ago.
Alana breezed in, and she was all talking about her French furniture and all that, you know, and I thought she was going to be complete pain, but actually, we just got on really, really well.
Did you see this? Beauty.
Oh, that's a big boy, that one. Obviously, living next door to one another, you know, in our families, our children were quite young. We used to socialise a lot.
Spent loads of time in and out of each other's kitchens all the time.
Yeah,
actually,
yeah, we
didn't
did. Oh, girlies, I hope you're hungry.
We are rustic home cooks.
We love inviting a load of friends round. Big table full of exciting dishes. Girls, dig in. Being an interior decorator, the presentation of the food is equally as important as the taste of the food.
Alana can really sort of make anything look fantastic.
As we say in Scotland, bring it on! Cheers!
Before the girls can get cooking, it's off to the shops.
We have quite a lot to prove because we're the last team.
I think they're going to be the dark horses, actually. I think they're going to be good cooks.
Oh,
Something's-
mate, they haven't
you know?
done this for a laugh.
No.
There's a strong possibility that they will take top spot.
I think their knowledge of food is quite high, so they could be rivals.
I think there'd be a certain amount of pleasure from stealing Philip's crown.
And I think maybe some of the other contestants would love us to do that as well.
In our menu, we have really tried to focus Scotland and Scottish produce.
It's not all about deep-fried Mars bars.
We're looking for 24 large and really plump scallops.
Showcasing the best of Scotland, their starter. Black pudding with a trio of shellfish, crab, scallops and cockles.
That's some crackers.
Ooh!
Oh, he looks a bit grumpy. Look at his face.
We're using fresh shellfish, unadulterated. Why ruin really tasty shellfish?
Sizing up the menu, the judges, Lorraine Pascal and Jason Atherton.
It screams Scotland, and for me, Scotland has the best shellfish in the world. If they cook it properly, I think this will be a really cracking starter.
I sincerely hope that they're going to get their own fresh crabs and cook the crabs themselves, because it'll be so disappointing to go to the shop and buy already prepared crab meat. I would consider that cheating. I really would.
I need 500 grams of fresh crab meat.
Yeah,
And it can be a mix of white and brown.
If you're stuck, we've got plenty of live ones if you're feeling brave.
Well, you know, normally that's what we would do, but time's a bit pressure today.
Cutting corners on the crab, it's on to the main.
Look at the rack of lamb.
Rack of lamb with a herby scurly crust, potato dauphinoise and a pea and mint puree.
The Scottish Borders lamb.
Fantastic. Proud Scots, you know us.
The key is getting the lamb perfectly cooked. I want it nice and pink in the centre, really succulent and rested, so that when it goes on the plate, there's not lots of the juices running out.
Cream for
The dauphinoise.
and the ice cream
So we need quite a lot.
Yeah.
So that's 900.
there.
Oh, 600. Oh, God.
Yeah.
Is the Elmy no good?
Well, our thing is that it's fresh
Yeah.
and it's local. So to then start using long life feels a bit almost dishonest, actually.
Well, I haven't really got any choice, have we?
No.
Tonight, the ladies must whip up 3 spectacular courses.
It is about the food, but we want our dining room to look fantastic. That is the first thing we need to tackle.
But for interior designer Alana,
So let's get this table clock at the show on the road.
top priority, dress the dining room.
The way the restaurant looks is crucial.
Oh, this one actually needs pulled up a little bit more, I think.
I need it to look fantastic, so people come in and go, wow, this is going to be a great night.
Right, let's give Jason a nice, a wee JC glass, that one, eh? Okay. Right.
The rules are simple. Team Scotland have 3 hours to cook before their guests arrive.
What's that? So that's in the wrong...
Just, are we all...
Right.
And the countdown starts. Ready or not.
We're nearly there, darling.
We can come back and do that.
I feel I'm leaving all these all empty, but... Come back,
Okay.
let's come back.
Oh, right, Alana. Need to get my hair up. for,
Right, okay,
starting.
me too, here up.
Oh, Alana, look at that clock.
Come on, right, here.
We're really going to have to get a move on.
Okay, right, what's happening
So
first?
we're 7 minutes down already and we haven't even started.
Right, okay, but our dining room's beautiful, that's one thing.
All of a sudden I had this apron on and, you know, I was sort of fluttering around.
Okay,
So, I was clucking about like a headless chicken. I don't actually know where to start first.
the recipe for the clootie, where is the recipe gone? Clock's ticking.
The clock's ticking. We've lost 8 minutes already,
Yeah,
and what we
so-
need to do is get our vanilla ice cream and
our clootie dumplings sorted.
We're starting with the dessert.
Yeah, that is time consuming. For dessert, we are serving wee flaming clooties with a shivery bite.
Which translates as flambéed Scottish dumplings and vanilla ice cream.
I have actually never had a clootie dumpling. Not even basking in a pot of whiskey.
Sounds like a steamed or baked pudding right up my street. I love traditional desserts.
The clootie dumpling is the cousin of the Christmas pudding.
I'm making a clute from just a double layer of muslin.
The dumpling is cooked in a clute, a Scottish name for a cloth.
Right, now we're just adding tea. Bring it all together, the big squidgy dumpling effect.
We don't mix it too much. If you work it too hard, it becomes heavy.
Corner to corner, eh?
Right, okay.
Okay.
Right, hold them up for me, Alana.
Clooties left to boil, on to the shivery bite.
Catriona and Alana are the first in the competition to be giving us ice cream. Ice cream is a very high-risk dish to do, but if you get it right, that's when the marks start rolling in.
You have to be looking after it all the time. 1 hour 25 down. We've only got 1 hour and 35 minutes left.
With Catriona stuck at the stove,
I think it just needs a bit more.
Alana starts on the dauphinoise for their main.
It just hit me that we're actually cooking for a Michelin star chef. I forgot about him.
And in goes the long life cream.
I'm sorry. Just gonna have to, I'm afraid, just pop some of that down those little crevices down there.
Does it
It looks exactly the same, yeah.
You think they probably wouldn't
But
notice?
then I'm not a top chef. There we go. Do your do, tatties. How's the time? Oh.
I'm further behind than I hoped to be at this stage.
The custard for the ice cream is taking so long to thicken. I couldn't move away from the cooker in case it burnt. This kind of backlog things to be done was building and building and building.
We haven't even started the starter yet.
Coming up,
Oh, that's it!
a fanfare for the final instant restaurant.
Never ever cooked scallops like this in my life.
And the Scots face the music.
It has quite a lot of problems.
In Scotland, it's the final instant restaurant before one team is eliminated.
31 minutes to go.
And Catriona and Alana are playing catch-up.
We haven't even started the starter yet.
Do I need to do the cockles?
I think it'd be better if we got the ice cream into the ice cream maker.
Right.
The clock in the corner, it's ticking down far faster than you ever think it will.
We are so aware that we're behind. Oh, they're browning a bit too quickly. And we're trying so desperately to try and catch our tails. Just turn them right down. Yeah.
But the rival teams are already on their way, hungry to find out what's on tonight's menu.
I think there's a lot of pressure on going last.
That doesn't look like it's setting at all.
There's no space for error. They have to get it spot on. Otherwise, it could be them that goes.
Hopefully we can still salvage it.
45 seconds to go.
I want this to be a good night for the girls. However, I want to stay in this competition.
Right, take that.
Oh, that's it!
It was a great touch.
We're Scottish and we're proud of it.
Yeah. Do you think that was Alana or Catriona's personal bagpipe?
I think that was Alana's.
Right.
Welcome to Scotland!
The welcome we got was probably the best welcome of any other instant restaurant. Except ours.
I just see Alana over every single wall and table and every inch of the room.
Oh, this is lovely.
Alana's that sort of, not arty-farty, but, you know, that sort of, she's into that design stuff.
Oh, yes. See you, Jimmy. See you.
Danny and Kev looked like the Chuckle Brothers, didn't they?
Yeah, the Ginger Chuckle Brothers.
Don't he look like Tommy Cooper?
Glass bottle. Bottle glass. Oh. Brilliant.
Woo! Always a good sign. This is a nippy sweetie. Whiskey, topped off with champagne.
It's like 2 drinks of Carnivore in one glass. Amazing.
Slangy.
Slangy.
Cheers, darling.
Whoa!
Ding, ding, ding.
I'm awake now.
I'm going to just clean these up.
Whoa, these are beauties. Some of these are huge.
Oh!
There's quite a few here to be scrubbing.
So Philip and Emma is now in the lead. Are you nervous that the girls are going to knock you off top spot?
I'm not nervous they're going to knock us off, but I think there's every chance they may. They seem to have a confidence about them.
But we all know pressure can get to you, can't it?
Did you just get stressed out in the kitchen?
There were times I got a bit stressed.
You know, the one thing I didn't like was you couldn't sit down and think, let me just have a break a minute. You know, tell me another
What are you talking about? You sat down the whole night.
Last to arrive, the judges.
2 proud Scottish girls have put together a menu packed with tradition and great local produce. This could be the menu of the round.
Here we go.
Because Alana and Catriana's menu is really quite simple, I think we have to be really careful to cook everything perfectly because there's nowhere to hide, there's no techniques to hide behind.
Right, we've got to get these in the oven. Quick. Judges are here. Catherine, get
Oh
our
my
clitties
goodness.
in. Oh, they look beautiful. Oh, our clitties are good. Our clitties are good.
Welcome to Scotland.
Come on in.
Oh, hello.
Looking very dashing.
Yeah.
Evening, everybody. Welcome to our restaurant.
Up go the doves.
It was gorgeous, we loved it.
Very clever. And there was the menu set in front of us. I immediately thought, wow, we could be in trouble here tonight. Because it looked comprehensive and capable.
It looks amazing, really excited.
It's really difficult for us because we wouldn't wish any bad luck on them, but actually we really want to stay in the competition.
I hope they do well, but I hope they don't beat us. I want to stay at the top.
Right, Alana, I'm just going to put the cockles on and we'll just bring them to the boil.
Guests seated, but far from sorted. Catriona and Alana's starter.
Hello, ladies.
Hi there.
The giant cockles, right? Where are they from?
From the northeast coast.
Okay. Cockles were cooked before They even cook the scallops, which I found a little bit strange. Please tell me you've got this giant fresh crab.
We did consider boiling the crab, you know, cracking the shells, but it's a very laborious process to get this amount of crab meat.
My heart sank. They bought dressed crab. You're leaving your fate in someone else's hands. You've got some lemon pips in there. It can be overcooked, it can be undercooked, it can be mushy. All sorts of things can go wrong purely because you've let someone else do the work for you. Good luck. See you soon.
Thank you.
This was the starter, their opening dish.
Not quite so confident about the crab, Alana. It does seem quite mushy.
They just didn't seem to have control.
Oh, just lots of things are kind of not as you might have anticipated. I'm going to start cooking the scallops.
While the ladies struggle with their seafood,
This isn't even heating up as it should.
all the guests can do is wait.
I can't see why it would take so long to put out something that's, in essence, quite simple.
Sitting here now, waiting, you go through your mind, is there a problem? What's going on? Are they struggling?
Trying hard to rescue these. They're looking as if they've been poached. It's far too pale and probably is a little bit rubbery. I feel absolutely awful, actually.
Don't catch them, we're fine, darling. Come on.
I've never, ever cooked scallops like this in my life.
And we all begin to think, what on earth is taking so long in there?
We should have that starter really on the table, maximum 10 minutes.
I'm just going to start turning the Stornoway black pudding. Oh, some of it's falling apart.
Oh, maybe they're deciding on a presentation.
Okay.
Can't imagine they've got a system going on.
Right, I'll just follow you around then, okay?
Right. There we go.
Okay. Oh dear, that one's got a...
No, I just think it's all gone wrong and...
They've got a cab.
Yeah, exactly. And we're through to the next round. Whee!
Just realised that.
Gosh, one of those scallops looks like a wee appendix. Right, everything's pretty cold, Alana. I think we should just go for it.
Starter is served.
I'm looking at the plate thinking, I cannot see which area of this has taken so long.
This was a starter, what literally could be assembled in 5 minutes. We waited an hour and a half.
It looked nice, it looked crisp. I didn't like the look of the crab. It did look a little grey.
The wait still isn't over for the rival teams, as the judges are the first to taste. At the end of the night, they'll score each dish out of 10.
Alana, Catriona, we'd have to wait quite a long time. And this dish has quite a lot of problems. The crab to me had bits in it, a little bit of shell I got. Unfortunately, there was a pip in it from the lemons. For a competition of this level, I would have expected not to have gone out and bought ready dressed crab.
Yeah, we did realise that, but it's just the time factor. It's time consuming.
It's really important to make time, because this is quite a low skill level dish.
That crab should have been bought fresh from the harbour, boiled, crack it open. It would have taken 20 minutes tops if you'd have joined together teamwork. That's crucial, not excuses.
Scallop, we pan fried it.
Pan fried it.
To me, it would be nice to have more caramelisation on, because there's none really at all. The cockles are overcooked. It took me a long time to get through them.
But the biggest cardinal sin you've committed with those, they're full of grit. You've got to really rinse them out, really properly, and take the little skirt off, and you'll never ever get grit. A dish that's hacked with everything what's good from Scotland. But it could be a hell of a lot better. Thanks, girls.
Thank you.
We know that we can do that dish better.
Oh well, right, on to your next course.
So everyone, please enjoy your starter.
Finally, the guest teams can tuck in. They will also score the meal at the end of the night.
The highlight of the dish, to me, should have been the shellfish, but the highlight was the black pudding, which is totally the wrong way around.
Cockles, yeah, they are a bit gritty, but I go to Southend and I'm used to having gritty cockles, really, but...
I'm not sure on the crab. It's got a taste to it. I can't work out.
It's the most unimpressive thing on the plate, don't you think? Like cat food. Yeah, I wasn't going to be so cruel.
This sounds really mean.
But you're going to push on through anyway, are you?
But actually, I was getting a bit more hopeful by that stage.
Were you?
Yeah.
Duncan, Stuart, what do you think of your chances after this starter?
I still think I'm in the game. Fighting sort.
Coming up.
We should all play a game, perhaps.
No, it's one our food.
These ones are burnt. I'm in some sort of nightmare that just never ended.
It looked like sort of the bear walked in the peas and then walked on the plate.
In Scotland, it's the last instant restaurant.
This has taken a lot longer than I had anticipated.
From the looks on their faces and the fact that things haven't gone to plan for them, I think they're feeling vulnerable at the moment.
After keeping their guests waiting for a so-so starter, the heat is on for Catriona and Alana.
I don't know how proud Scotland will be of us right now.
Catriona, you're magic.
Oh,
just
thanks.
get on. You know you're my pal. I love you loads, so we're just doing our very best. You know that.
Oh, you're too sweet. You're too sweet. Oh, sorry. Thanks.
We are still hanging on in there. We're not giving up. We're going to win them back with our main course.
Which is rack of lamb with a herby, scurly crust.
Scurly's made from onions, suet and oatmeal.
Another little Scottish
Element. I'm salivating, because these taste amazing.
Quick, Alana, just pop in bottom. OK.
So that's what?
12 minutes, then we should
12
turn it
minutes.
down.
They're serving the lamb with a pea and mint puree and a potato dauphinoise.
Right, these look a bit... Oh. I can take the top layer off them. I mean, I don't mind that, but then not everybody likes it, so... Burnt.
All of them should be OK now. Right, here we go. Looks slightly raw in the middle, and we don't want that.
The lamb is just not working out.
That is too pink as well, so we need to just pop them back in. I think we're looking at another 5 minutes.
It should have been much more cooked at the, for how long it had been in the oven.
Should we turn it up, or...?
I've turned it up.
Do you want to be getting the Aga, the top of the Aga, in the roasting oven?
Right, how are we going to salvage this? We move it to the Aga.
These are sizzling away.
That's actually had our 12 minutes then, Alana.
Are we taking them out or leave them in for a little while longer?
I would swap them around.
There's a bit of madness actually going between the two cookers.
Oh, these ones are burnt, yeah. Because we're swapping the ovens now, I'm starting to feel that we're not, not sure about how long they've been in and stuff.
Once again, it's a waiting game.
Well, we've been sat here now for just over an hour.
Getting quite hungry, are you?
Yep. A little bit tetchy.
We should all play a game, perhaps.
No,
Just want some food.
just want our food.
I don't know about you, but I'm actually just feeling like I'm in some sort of nightmare that just never ended.
We knew that people at the table would be starving, they would be really fed up because it was taking so long. I thought, can we just walk away from this?
It's just as if, we've become complete incompetent.
So the diners are in need of some distraction.
How would everyone spend their prize money if you were going to win?
They're not going to have it,
If
so
you
they're
win.
not going to have it, so it's pointless.
How would you spend it, Philip?
Me, I want a new kitchen.
Some of it towards the holiday.
So Philip is going to buy a new kitchen so he can invite Emma to come round and cook for him. Emma's having a holiday because she's so exhausted from doing all the work.
We would look at actually opening a restaurant with our theme in our village.
Stuart and Duncan have decided to open the world's first Afro-Saxon restaurant in the smallest village in the world. I don't know if they remember their instant restaurant, but...
Right, try again.
How are they?
Yeah, I think we're just going to have to go for it.
Do you think this leaves the door open for you guys?
Slightly. Not much.
Right, just to be abstract, and I think what we should do is put the jus over the cutlets.
We're plating up the lamb. We've sacrificed the resting time in order to just get it out, but the lamb is not looking very healthy.
Just going for this.
Yeah, just go for it. It doesn't exactly look pretty, but anyway, hopefully it's look warm.
What we're putting out is not great, but actually, a bit like childbirth, you're committed to it. There's a point of no return.
Gosh, you know something? I have absolutely no idea how long it is since they served the starter.
Neither have I.
Main course is served.
Over 2 hours since their starter was served, the main finally makes it to the table.
I saw the girls come in, they look wrecked. They look on the verge of tears. I'd say it just at the last minute they just gave up on the plating because it looked like it was thrown together.
My heart sank. There were these two splodges of peas. It looked like sort of a bear walked in the peas and then walked on the plate either side of the lamb.
Loads and loads of jus just sloshing about on the plate.
There was so much juice. My chop was doing backstroke.
But most of all, they'd put it over the lamb, so now the lamb's looking grey, you can't see how it's cooked.
Our expectations were going down, but Duncan and Stuart's expectations were going up.
Catriona, Alana, I don't like the way it looks at all. It's not appetising at all to look at it.
We're really disappointed.
Really,
I'm ashamed. We're totally ashamed.
We feel terrible for you.
The presentation is a bit strange with the 2 pieces of puree each per plate.
Don't even ask. Yeah, I know.
It was a shame that you poured the jus all over because you masked the beautiful colour of the lamb. Your dauphinoise potatoes taste a bit claggy and a bit oily.
I had to take a carton of long life cream, try and disguise it in with the fresh cream, which, well done, he spotted.
That lamb to me looks like you've taken it straight out the oven, carved it and put it straight on the plate. You've got to let it rest. That's a golden rule in meat cookery. Let it rest for exactly half the amount of time you've cooked them for. But it tastes really nice. It's got a good depth of flavour.
The flavours are really good. You know, the flavours in this dish show great promise. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
I'm still really disappointed with what we actually delivered because we know that we can do so much better than that.
Enjoy your main course.
I was going to eat it. I was going to eat it, but I wasn't looking forward to it.
The pea puree was just...
It looked like baby food.
They were just like a grey-green colour.
Like your nana's blouse.
2.5 hours. And they've just struggled. They have had so many problems. They've completely messed up.
I think we want to be out of here at midnight with those clooties.
So the pressure's on for pudding. Traditional clootie dumplings.
I think it's too cloyy. I don't like the texture at all.
Served with ice cream.
Right, I think I'm going to have to move very, very quickly with this. Come on, we really need to do this.
This is the last one I'm going to get unless we try and mould them together.
Okay.
At this point, unless they pull something out of the bag, and that dessert is stellar, Duncan and Stuart are still so in the game.
Right, whiskey.
It's the grand finale. Flambeing is always going to be risky.
The plates are warm because we want them warm
To flambe the
increase the chance of being able to flambe successfully.
The plates have to be warm, which is tricky when you've got ice cream on them. Then we're going to douse the clooties in our whiskey, and then we're going to set fire to them.
Let's hope to hell this works.
We'll have to do this to keep in the competition, so let's try and impress the judges.
Good morning. Breakfast is served.
Wee flaming clooties with a shivery bite.
Or not so flame.
Going for it.
Awkward.
Enjoy.
Click, 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 click.
I did see it light.
Yeah, you did like
Slight slip.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
You're just not quite so...
Yeah, just...
Mine was flaming. What I should have done is bone it out.
First of all, did you put the plates in the fridge or freezer?
We put them in the oven to try and ensure that it would light.
Yeah. Because to flambe, we needed a warm plate.
The plates have got to be cold. The liquid has to be hot. Give everybody a jug of warmed whiskey, and you give everyone a nice long match. And we light it all together, and that would have been a big theatrical moment.
Yeah.
The ice cream is packed with flavour.
The texture and the flavour was great, but it's not really ice cream. I want to taste that real chilledness, you know, I want to taste that wee shivery bite, which I love that explanation. The clootie texture was a little bit like Christmas pudding.
It is, yeah.
It's a little bit stodgy, possibly it could have been a bit lighter.
I thought that, yeah.
There's 2 elements on the plate, and those 2 elements, for me, are not 100%. And they have to be in this competition.
Yeah, we understand that.
Coming up, the scores are in,
Everyone's jaws just went...
and one team's time is up.
It could go either way. I honestly do not have a clue.
We still could be in this.
It's past midnight. Team Scotland, Kathiana and Alana,
It's not what we...
No, it's not, but we really tried today. And we did put a lot of love into things.
have finally served their dessert. Homemade ice cream with clootie dumplings.
Excuse me.
It's felt like just eating Christmas pudding, but a very sticky Christmas pudding. I'm slightly let down by it.
I think that about sums up everything about the meal.
Oh, God, it just... I don't know what happened, but... What can we do? We've tried our best, haven't we?
Now all 6 couples have cooked. The team with the lowest score will leave the competition. Duncan and Stuart currently lie in last place, but Team Scotland have yet to get their scores. It's time for the rival teams to give their verdicts.
Start was Kev disappointed, mate.
The seafood was gritty and wasn't right.
It did take a while to come out, but when it arrived, the plate was full of local produce and it was so tasty.
It was a little bit lacking in flavour and texture, I thought.
Yes. When the main course arrived, it was put down in front of me. I thought, what a mess.
Really, really, again, disappointing.
How many hours? Over
Out.
2 hours from starter to main.
Yeah.
To me, it was horrible.
Everything tasted lovely. It's just such a shame that it was so messy on the plate.
The dessert, in terms of flavour and technique, was very disappointing for me.
It was similar to a Christmas pudding, so it was too heavy.
I'm such a big Christmas pudding fan that I think I would have eaten it no matter what.
Each team will now score the meal out of 10.
Going on what we've said about how everything's gone this evening, I think we need to, well, I'm thinking about a 2.
I'm thinking a 2 as well.
A 3?
A 3.
A 3.
You happy with a 3?
Yeah.
The girls have been great hostesses. We have waited, but yeah, if the food's worth waiting for, that's okay. I think a 6.
A 6?
Yeah.
We've done 7s, haven't we, and 6s.
Yeah.
I think it's just a little bit below that.
Tactical voting came into my mind for a second and left.
I think I would go with 5.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I'm agreeing with you because I can't score it any lower.
Should we just go do it? Okay.
With the marks totalled, it's the moment of truth for Catriona and Alana.
This is the final instant restaurant of the instant restaurant round. We know that you're all wondering what tonight's scores are. All will be revealed, but not here and not now.
Oh, no, it's absolute torture.
Everyone's jaws just went...
We will all meet at My Kitchen Rules headquarters, where the final scores will be revealed.
And we will find out who will be eliminated.
My Kitchen Rules headquarters. And the first elimination of the competition.
I'm so excited to find out who's going forward and who's going home.
We are worried and very nervous.
The fear of leaving this competition is immense.
We are not expecting a big high score, that's for sure.
It's very, very, very close.
As you know, the team with the lowest score will be leaving the competition today.
Duncan, Stuart, you decided to represent the Midlands with your special brand of Afro-Saxon fusion food. It was brave, but unfortunately didn't quite deliver.
You scored just 39 points and are currently in last position.
To leave now will be such a disappointment because Afro-Saxon's really, really important to me.
We need to go through to the next round so that people actually get a chance to see Afro-Saxon proper.
Alana, Catriona, if you score less than Duncan and Stuart, it will be you two that will be going home.
We certainly couldn't go back to Scotland and hold our heads high for being first thrown out.
It's now time to score your meal.
The guest teams have given you a combined score of 19 out of 50.
I think we still could be in this.
It could go either way. I honestly do not have a clue.
And now it's the judges' turn.
Your starter was a trio of fresh shellfish on Stornoway black pudding. The choice of ingredient was first class. But a starter that simple has to be executed perfectly. And it was far, far from that, I'm afraid.
The scallops looked like you'd boiled them. The cockles, very overcooked and gritty in the teeth.
You should have chosen a whole live crab. You kept us waiting for an hour and a half. And that is unacceptable. And unfortunately, it has cost you marks. For your starter, I give you a 3.
Taking into account the weight, I give you a 3.
So, for your main course, rack of lamb. The presentation, as you both know, needed work. Potato dauphinoise, I can't forgive you for using a cream substitute.
You girls know about flavour because all the elements tasted really good. But what let you down here was the time you kept us all waiting again. And because of that, I give you a 4.
I'm going to have to score you a 4.
Alana and Catriona have 33 points on the board, with just the dessert left to score.
For your dessert, wee flaming clooties with a shivery bite. I commend you for making your own ice cream. The flavour was beautiful.
You brought in Scotland to the dish with a wee clootie, but for me, it was very heavy. It just didn't excite me.
Girls, having just 2 elements on a plate is not enough. Other people have done us much more complex desserts within the time that you had.
I'm going to score you a 4.
I'm going to give you a 5.
Catriona and Alana edge past Duncan and Stuart to stay in the competition.
We're through now to the next round, and I'm like gobsmacked.
It was a long way down to come back up again, so that feels fab.
So,
thank you.
Still flying the flag for Scotland.
Duncan and Stuart, unfortunately, you are the first team to be eliminated.
I'm really delighted for you, but I'm gutted at the same time.
Stubo, look what I got.
Wow. Is it what you were expecting?
Isn't it?
We'll certainly really miss them because they're fantastic guys.
We're Team Afro-Saxon.
I will be sad to see the boys go,
We've had a bit of a disaster.
but there is a part of me that won't be sad to not experience Afro-Saxon food again.
Me too.
Well done, Giggler. I am really, really sad not to be carrying on.
People back home had better be afraid because they're going to be subjected to Afro-Saxon for a bit longer, aren't they?
Next time,
Woo, I'm feeling the heat of the kitchen.
the competition gets even tougher.
Ah, crap! Catering en masse. Quite scary.
That's done, mate. It's done. Get it out.
And at HQ,
You've got 58 seconds left. There's nothing on your plate.
there's no escape from elimination.
Your time with us has come to an end.